Ninja Online, guys, welcome back to Middle Earth Shadow of War. This is chapter 25, and when we last left off, we were looking for this Gondorian artifact. We know where it is, it's just a matter of how to get to it. Excuse me, I'm gonna go down the ledges here, and then across over and down, because that's almost probably the way to do it. I don't really want to run from here, so I'll fast travel. Alright. I am losing. You know why I'm losing health every 5 seconds? Because I'm using 2 of the blood weapons. Slowly drain health, but briefly increases damage by 40% after drain or dominant. I wonder how low it goes. Obviously it caps off at a certain point. I just realized now that my health was draining. I'll keep an eye on that. That's the reason I didn't want to use blood weapons to begin with. Okay, so it goes down to like a minimum. Oh shit. That's an O-log high. It goes down to a minimum of like 1/3 my health.
I got him now.
Okay, so where do I want to go? Do I want to go straight? Yeah, I want to go directly straight.
That's the right. Kill him. Did you hear that? Come back here, worm.
That's so I can get on there. Okay. I have my heading. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to press. All that for fucking barely any currency. If I could see, that would be great, but I cannot see, unfortunately. I did not think that they were going to try to attack me, but okay. Lesson learned. Unless it wants me to do some dumb shit, like fly up there with a drake or something. Let me see if I can see the opening at least first. Of course. I think that's the opening right there. Alright, so we're gonna forget about this artifact for now. We're gonna have to figure it out. Couple bannermen down there.
Sneaking about.
Smooth. Very, very smooth.
My earliest memories are of being nestled under blankets as my mother showed me the illustrations in a storybook about Luki the Larrikin, whose mischief always ended in disaster, though she was always one step ahead of her stern governess. I found the book tucked away years later after I learned to read, and I was surprised to learn that the storybook was full of little morality plays, not the comic tales my mother told. I wonder why she did that.
We got 4 of 12 artifacts. Let's go for our next one. We do have all the Hadir towers now, so I have everything visible on the map. So I think we'll go on the collection spree
Doggerel
first.
to amuse children, I see.
No. Something more. I read this storybook to my son long ago.
Of course there's a crowd in here. Of course he knows I'm here.
The elves of the distant north have long been named among Gondor's allies, though I've never seen one in person. This cloak is as light as the morning fog on the shoulders. I tried it on once, and its colors seem to shift and blend as the light changes. How meager the product of our looms is when compared to elven handiwork.
If I remember correctly, these cloaks are supposed to be designed specifically to help you blend in to your surroundings.
I recognize this cloak. It is of my people.
Where do I want to go next? Guess I'm
A
running.
people we see precious few signs of in this land.
We'll collect everything first, and then we'll work on missions. I think is the play here.
Torek.
Go up for that, and then we'll come down for the other artifacts and the Athelion. It's like I ran through a blizzard all of a sudden.
Gondor's artisans rival the elves in their dedication, if not their skill. None more so than our weavers. Paint on a wall of canvas will fade in time, but thread retains its vibrant color for centuries. The Numenorians taught our people the art of the loom generations ago, and it is a talent we've nurtured ever since. Our tapestries immortalize our greatest triumphs, but it seems there's always another enemy to darken the horizon.
Those brief pauses really throw me off because I go to hit B and she's not done talking.
I wonder where this was intended to hang.
Wherever it was, I doubt it still stands. Only the strongest fortresses last long here.
I'm surprised I don't need like a special skill to stealth kill Ulaghais.
Nul.
Thankful I don't. I'm surprised. Okay, so there's 3 artifacts in this cave system I'm gonna go for. When we come out of there, I have one more Shelob memory up in the hills, one more Athelion, which is back in the keep, and then I only have that last artifact to go. Should be able to enter through here.
To most Gondorians, this midnight urn is a simple pot of clay, but to the denizens of Minas Ithil, it represented shared sacrifice that only those who live on the frontier understand. For centuries, the name of every able-bodied resident of Minas Ithil was placed in the midnight urn, and at sunset a name was drawn. That person would have to patrol the city's walls until sunrise. The task was ceremonial once we had a professional army, but that made it no less important. From our earliest days, it was always a neighbor watching from the walls. I was 10 the first time they drew my name, and I've never been prouder, though I could barely see over the parapet.
Yeah, I could imagine. Things are fucking huge. There's no missions in here I need to get right now, okay? Because I was gonna say, if there's a mission in
Why
here, I
leave the
might as well.
defense of your walls to chance?
It isn't about chance. It's about unity. Everyone's names are mixed together, and everyone takes a turn on the wall.
I was gonna say, if there's any missions in here, I would just do them now. That way I don't have to come back through.
What was that noise?
Tell me I can't climb that.
The orcs are neither the only denizens of Mordor, nor the first. Easterlings and Haradrim have settled here from time to time, often at the Dark Lord's invitation. They are scarce today, but one can still find their strange artistic carvings scattered in places from Nirn to the city of the Corsairs.
That's 8. This is gonna be number 9. That would be 10. That would be 11. I'm missing one. Definitely missing one.
An artifact of the Haradrim. Interesting.
Few find their way this far north. And for that, your nation should be grateful.
Is this really a dead end? Of course it is. It's spiders that I want to take no part in.
Don't let him take me alive! You die now!
Minas Ithil is on Gondor's frontier, so we have few occasions for the grand balls and masquerades that are surely common events in the capital city. Fine dresses like this one are worn for ceremony, funerals and weddings mostly, not for lordly entertainment. I wonder if the noble families of Minas Tirith spared a thought for us, holding all of Mordor at bay while they danced.
Probably not. I hate to say. Alright. I can go from here to get that memory. That way I can come down for the artifact, over for the Ithilien. But yeah, I'm definitely missing an artifact. It must be part of a main mission. Or something, I don't know.
Another fine garment thoughtlessly cast away.
Who in Mordor would wear such a thing in days like these?
This is below me. Should be a cave entrance, yeah.
I don't
think that was a
know if
captain
the
right
future
there.
is written or unwritten. My mind could travel up and down these paths, and they were like memories. But like memory, the mind would shape them to suit its ends. Were these my fears or my hopes? It takes a cold eye to see the future for what it is.
I knew I was close with that one.
Are these not the same dangers as the Palantir, the hiding?
There is a risk in all these things, but wars are not won by
Skill point. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I should get a skill point there. Do you want to look at this though? I might get Mindbreaker instead. To find all Gondorian artifacts, the hell? Domination speed would be nice. Yes, no, I can only have one active upgrade. That clarifies it right there for me. There should be an artifact right there. Alright. Keep trying this. Yeah, occasionally, I don't know why, but my Seagate, my external hard drive will disconnect and reconnect on occasion. And I I think the last time it did it was when I was recording chapter 21-22. So I think that's what fucked up the recording session. I might have jumped too low. Maybe I can get back from over here. Anyways, though, I think that's what fucked up the recording sessions. So it just happened now. That's why there was a weird weird fade. Because I'm going to edit it, obviously. A weird cut there. Because it actually stopped my recording like a minute or two before I actually stopped my recording on my own. So now I know.
The lamps of Eregion illuminate a room with a soft glow, one that leaves only the most tenuous of shadows, a light that seems willing to turn corners and reach further than it ought. When we stored these lamps in the Great Hall, I would light them for an evening every midwinter just to ensure they still functioned. They cheered me so much that I always resolved to do so more often, but then I'd forget or put it off. How I miss their light now.
Alright. Let's go for the last Athelion over here. And then I'll make my way to the burrows. Crack open the door. I have no idea where the other Gondorian artifact is. Like I said, maybe I'll get it from a mission. But I'm definitely missing one.
I fashioned these lamps and gave them to the dwarves of Moria.
And they've traveled very far indeed. But in whose hands?
Probably would have been in my best interest just to fast travel if I had the ability to. I don't think that was going to be an option. That was technically in battle. Nice. Where is this? Other side of the wall, or is it down below? Definitely down below.
Cyan.
Alright, so let's go for the burrows. Probably be bestest to go from there. And the burrows are what way behind me? If I set a waypoint for that, then I can have a general heading. There, Karagor. I think I want to stick to the outside. So it will lead me back around to where I want to go. Yeah, there we go. Of course there's a Grog. You, sir, I do not want to deal with. Alright, let's see what kind of poem we got today. Fair Mordor, blank, entangled in night, a viper's blank of sorrow and strife, blank by pernicious betrayal and blight, blank in the grasp of Gelid corpse hands. Yet behold, the bright lord blank as a wildfire, burning only what is blank, that all else may thrive. I think that's slumbers. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Well, this can't be slumbers, but only what is slumbers? It doesn't sound right. So this has to be either trapped or poisoned. There's certain ones I don't... Like, the only one I'm confident in is this one, and it's probably wrong. It has to be comes. It can't be slumbers. So that one has to be comes. This one has to be poisoned. Fairmorador blank, entangled in night. My thoughts here are either slumbers or trapped. The only reason I think it trapped is because of entangled. And this one has to be either nest or base. Thinking nest. Pernicious, betrayal, and blight. I want to say poison for that. The only one that makes sense here is comes. Yet behold, the Bright Lord comes as a wildfire. Burning only what is blank, that all else may thrive. This one has to be trapped or poisoned. I'm heavily thinking poisoned. It doesn't work. Never thought of base being in that use. Base was the one that threw that whole thing off. Because I didn't know where to place
Mordor
it.
slumbers, entangled in night. A viper's nest of sorrow and strife, poisoned by pernicious betrayal and blight. Trapped in the grasp of gelid corpse hands. Yet behold, the Bright Lord comes as a wildfire, burning only what is base, that all else may thrive.
Yeah, I don't know. Bright Lord's dagger. Extremely 29. I was gonna say I'm extremely What's the word I'm looking for here? Think, Josh, think. I lost my train of thought. Probably hypocritical. I was gonna say I don't even know. I'm just gonna shut up now. Just gonna shut up now. Let me check my runes first. I think we're gonna go there next. Just get that over and done with. There's 3 missions there. Yeah. Going that way.